Following the British blockade being broken at Chesapeake Bay, the U.S. wasted no time consolidating their victory. As the Americans were gathering more ships to combat the incoming Royal Navy reinforcements, an American captain caught word that there was a British ship with many American sailors on it headed back to Britain for them to be trialed and executed. This would be a major blow to American morale, so the fleet heads out to reclaim its lost men. After sailing for days, the fog clears and the Americans believe they sight the ship, which is heavily guarded. As the wind swells behind their sails, they begin to close in on their prize. Hey guys, I'm John.
Mikey.
And this is TriStar Wargaming. So we're going into episode 4 of our Black Seas narrative campaign. We're going to be playing scenario...
I think it's scenario 5.
Yeah,
it's catch the prize. I'm going to double check that. John, you can go ahead and continue talking about what's coming up.
But before we get into that, quick shout out to Tupanaba77.
Yes.
For clarifying our starboard import and what directions those correspond to.
We will no longer refer to them as lefties, lefty and righty.
So thank you for that, and also thank you for commenting on our videos. You were one of the first guys to really start engaging with us, and it makes us want to do it.
Yeah,
so.
and that's all it took. So sorry you're stuck with us now.
And also, Erwin von, I can't say his last name.
I'm not even going to attempt to say it because it looks like a very beautiful name, and I'm not going to butcher it with my southern dialect.
I believe it's Dutch, the Dutch guy. I hope.
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, I'm one of maybe is it Hauerbeck? Hauerbeck?
Hauerbeek.
Okay.
Hauerbeek.
Either way,
yeah.
Big shout out. Thanks for the rules clarifications. During our review video, we discussed how stupid we are.
Yeah.
And how we need an expanded index. Obviously, you can tell from our enthusiasm. We love the game, but sadly, we do live the busy lives and college student, working class dad. So it's very easy, mixed with our ignorance and our bad reading comprehension, to mistake some of the rules sometimes. But I think we're cleared up now, and John actually has a nice little sheet.
You probably can't see it too well from over there, but I found this online. It was a QRS that was made by an individual user right after the game came out, I believe, and it's got all the rules and page numbers also for the rules.
Kind of an expanded index.
Right,
so, thank you for that.
So I might find the user's name who made this and link it in the description, or at least link the file in the description so you guys can get it too. But we're going to be using that and hopefully not screwing up our rules as much because we won't be reaching for our books. And again, Erwin, really thank you because Lord knows how long we would have went on making those same mistakes if you hadn't.
And looking like idiots, bigger than more so than normal. But also, it's it's kind of changed the way we look at certain ships on the table now.
Right.
So thank you for that.
So hopefully from this point forward, if we do make a mistake, it will be very small and not us actually messing up the modifiers. So anyway, scenario
5. Catch the prize.
We've modified the scenario a little bit, so it calls. Here, I'll throw it up. Bam, right there. It calls for a 4x3 table, which is the mat that it gives you in the box, but we use a 6x4 mat.
We like the longer tables.
So what we've done is it has a 5-turn limit. We've increased it to 8 turns to reflect on the fact that the table is longer. Basically what's happening is we've got some American... the prize ship is going to be the Incognito.
Well, no, the prize ship is this one.
Is it?
The Incognito has been taken as our ship now.
Right.
But I'm using this one as a ship that is carrying... It's got no guns and it's got the POWs we've stolen.
Okay, I guess that would make more sense for how I wanted to fire on it to make it strike. Because I believe my objective is to either make it strike
You need to strike colors or you just need to stop it. 8 turns, you have 8 turns to stop the ship from getting off the table.
Yeah, before it leaves the table. So,
and then it will sail at full sails until it receives 5 points of damage, and then at no point after that can it go to battle. It can no longer go above battle sails.
Right. So anyway, we'll show the army list now.
Perfect.
Okay, so we're here with the U.S. fleet. There's been a lot that's been done. So, also, Erwin, we did clarify that we did get our 500 points. I don't know why we...
So, thank you for that.
Yeah. I don't know why...
John was going to be dead if he didn't.
Yeah, I don't know why we thought I didn't. So what I've done with it is I've spent 450 to bring in 3 more 5th rates. They're all inexperienced as per the campaign rules, although they are the ships from the set. If you want to get some stern shots there. Andrew's cameramanning for us today. He's with us today. That is the Chesapeake, the Constellation, and the Congress. Those came in the U.S. Fleet box. I'm pretty happy with the way those turned out. But anyway, they're all going to be inexperienced. They're not really named ships. They just have the sterns.
They're named, but they're not famous. That's a huge clarification.
Yeah, fair enough. So those are 3 new ships. I've repaired the USS Constitution with the remaining points I have. I've also repaired the USS President back up to full. You guys have seen them. And the now veteran...
the Madison.
The USS Madison, the little brig, has also been repaired. So that's going to be my forces for the game.
That's the little brig that could.
And yeah, I'm pretty happy. I've got some ships under my belt now. So moving on to the British.
So starting over here, this is our prize ship that John's going to try to strike the colors on. As you can see, I've used the little British token for, those are POWs, those are American troops on there. All the guns have been removed, but it is a 5th-rate ship. It's just going to get increased speed. This is the former USS Incognito. It is a regular ship, just a 5th-rate. We've not painted or, not changed her paint to the right color yet. And then this one here is the HMS Disdain. She is a veteran crew now. She was veteran crew last game.
Yep.
This one is the HMS Charger, also a veteran crew. This one here is, I've spent some points to bring in a famous ship, and I'm going to butcher this name, I'm going to try to say it correctly, the HMS Indefatigable. And it is a famous ship that has a really neat rule. Any ship of John's that takes damage from the Indefatigable, once it is reduced to where it has to test for strike the colors, it tests at a -1 modifier. And then this one here is the HMS Guardian, which has now been upgraded to a veteran as well. And then the other ship that I spent points on is the HMS Paladin, and it is inexperienced. So I've got 2 regulars and 4 veterans and 1 inexperienced. This one is only a regular because that's just the scenario rules.
Okay, guys, so we've deployed. I'm going to be trying to get this prize ship here and hopefully take out some of the ships. So I've got the Chesapeake right here, the Constellation, and then Old Ironsides herself, the USS Constitution. And then over here I've got the Madison, the USS United States, and the Congress.
Okay. So obviously we're in a tight little flotilla because I don't think this scenario is normally built for ship engagements this size.
No, it is not.
But I was able to squeeze everything into my little tight bubble. But essentially we're running ships in line here for the returning viewers. You know what that grants me in the middle, which I don't think I named it. This ship is the Success, and it's sailing in line with the 2 brigs. The looks like the Disdain and the Charger. Over here on the port side of those ships is the Incognito, the HMS Incognito, and it is followed up by what looks to be the HMS Indefatigable, and then leading up on the starboard side is the HMS Guardian, and that one is being tailed in line by the new, fresh out of the dry dock HMS Paladin, and we are ready to rock and roll.
The Paladin's a 3rd rate, right?
Yes, Paladin is a 3rd rate.
Wow, fancy.
Which means that side will go a little slower because they don't move at the same rate of knots. To activate the ships in the middle, they are all at full sails. They are going to stay in line. That is the Success, followed by the Warden, and I'm sorry, not the Warden. The Warden's dead. The Disdain and the Charger. They're going to maintain a full sail. So I'm going to move. I typically go from rear to rear, but I'm going to do from front to front on the whole. In line so they can go no faster than the speed of the slowest ship, which is the 3rd rate, which is 4 rate. Knots of 4. So moving up. Last one.
Are you going to do any shooting?
I don't think I've got anybody in arc. Yeah, I don't. A little puff of smoke. And the only thing that's in our firing arc looks to be the Madison.
Yeah.
So we will come back with our modifiers and we will begin shooting. Okay, so you guys can kind of see what we decided to do, since rules of engagement and whatnot, the incognito would have had to pass a skill check to even shoot at the Madison, and then at that distance, I would have only gotten my 2 heavies.
You would basically have wasted your.
I would have wasted my initial broadside,
Yeah.
so we opted to not shoot, and it is now going to be John's activation.
State battle sails, and I'm going to activate the Chesapeake.
I want the Chesapeake. I'll trade you the incognito for the Chesapeake.
That's the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals. I'm gonna tell you that.
I'm just a businessman doing business, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna fire with this ship. I'm gonna fire with the Chesapeake at the
That one should be the Guardian.
Guardian.
So this is going to be. I have my thing somewhere on hand. It disappeared already. Oh, it's over here.
The initial broadside.
It is the initial broadside. It is an inexperienced ship, so we're starting at 6
because of the drilled US. Yep.
-2, so it brings us down to 4
Yep.
because it's inexperienced.
That's definitely within 10 inches.
Yep. So there's no modifier
So
for
we're not
that.
suffering any penalty for that. I'll get all my. Was that with an 8?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well. No, it's
Okay.
not.
So
Yeah,
you
I
don't get
won't- So I
carronades.
won't get my carronades.
That's just what? That's just one gun.
Yeah, on that ship, and your medium.
Yep. So no modifier there.
And you moved at full sail?
No, we were battle cells with that side.
You battle sails?
Yeah, the only people that went full cells was the center line.
So you did.
So we only moved 10 inches.
Yeah, so you didn't move over 10 inches.
Nope.
So it looks like I've been on 4s, right?
Yep. So 4s with the
Cool.
initial broadside from the Chesapeake.
And the initial broadside is going to be just 1 extra.
Should be 1 extra heavy, 1 extra light. Is that
So-
right?
Yep. So I'm gonna get 3 heavies and 3 lights. I believe 3 heavies and 2 lights.
Yep. 3 heavies, 2 lights.
3 heavies and 2 lights. Shooting at the Guardian, hitting on 4s.
That's a bad roll.
And that's absolute just.
John
garbage.
rolls in Black Seas like I roll in every other
Yeah,
game.
that was garbage.
So let's get our little puff of smoke out there to
Get,
show
get
the
me a
sheet.
puff, and I will activate the next ship, which would actually be the Madison. And you know what? The Madison is gonna go full sail, actually.
Where's she at? There she is.
See, one thing I noticed about the Chesapeake, John did not give them lifeboats. So he obviously cares less about the crew on the Chesapeake. They need to come to the Admiralty of the British Isles. We will give you lifeboats. All of our ships have been given lifeboats. John, this guy must be the ancestor of the captain of the Titanic. Can you imagine the sailors on board the Chesapeake? Oi! Governor? No, I'm sorry, that'd be my guys. Be like, dude, why didn't we get any lifeboats, bro? That's American, right?
So I'm gonna shoot with the Madison
Okay.
at the
Incognito.
the HMS.
Yes, the HMS Incognito. So
So
just got the 2 heavies.
all right, so 2 heavies, not over 10 inches. So here's what we're looking at. 6 is because I'm drilled.
Yep.
Plus 2 because I'm veteran, so it
Yep.
goes up to 8. Then we're gonna go -2 again because I was at full
Yep,
sails,
so you're
and
at
it's the
6.
shooting ship that
Yes.
suffers the modifier.
Yes, so it's 6s,
Yeah, you're a medium ship,
Yep.
and I don't think there's any modifiers.
and we didn't move more than 10. So yeah, it's looking like 6s are what you need.
And it is my initial broadside, but I don't have any light cannons, so
There you go.
I'll get one. And 2 dice.
Got 1 hit, so 2 points of damage on the Incognito.
Did get a hit. 2 points. If you would give me a smoke cloud as well, sir.
Gotta give a little baby smoke cloud
Little
for
baby,
the,
little baby for a break.
just a little baby puff.
Baby break, BB. Okay, so next it looks like it's definitely this ship going first, which is the United States, I believe. No, it's the President. I'm sorry. I said the United States earlier. I meant the President. The USS President. I don't know why I said the United States earlier in the preliminary stuffs.
I'm gonna slide your dice.
That one's staying at battle sales, by the way. I wanted to clarify. trying something. Have I done a bad thing?
I hope so.
Outside.
I would love to see you entangle your own ships.
I'm just outside of an inch, I believe, now. And I'm gonna shoot my,
The POW.
the bow gun, which on the President is a light cannon.
And it's got that yellow arc we determined from the previous game.
Yes.
So you can hit the incognito, or you could take a skill check. Which, wait a minute, is that considered a medium ship, or is it a large ship?
That one?
Yes.
Because
if it's a large ship, it will take a rules of engagement skill check.
Yes, it's a large ship, so
And it'll do it against anybody that it faces.
I'm gonna take my test. My D6, get my old glory D6, throw it in there, and pass the test.
Get on 8s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, a critical.
So that's good. So I'll get to roll the
So
critical.
that's at least 1 point of damage.
Yep, and I'll go ahead and roll for that. So that's a 3, and I think that one's the.
I think that's a rudder steering hit.
It is a rudder steering hit.
So I'll place a token.
And we will resolve that next turn when it becomes time to do so. If you will get me a smoke, sir. I am gonna go full sails on the Constellation. No, I'm not either. I'm not gonna go full sails on the Constellation. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm gonna go full sails on the Constellation. Drilled, so I'm at 6. I'm inexperienced, so I go down to 4. I moved it full sails, so I go down to 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't think I suffer anything.
What about the long distance?
I'm about to check.
Yep, so you're going to 1s.
And I'm at long distance.
And can I just say for a second, I love the rear end of that ship.
Thank you.
I mean, I like just the design on it.
Andrew,
It's just really pretty.
you want to get a shot of that one?
So, Mikey, would you say you like butts?
Yes, especially
Do you like big
beautiful,
butts?
beautiful rear ends on the backs of these beautifully crafted ships.
He likes big sterns when he can't.
I love the curvature of it on the backside. It's thick with 2 C's.
The thick boy.
Boy, she's thick!
Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Nice. So initial broadside, so I get a few extra dice. I get 1 extra light cannon, 1 extra heavy cannon.
Yep. Needing crits.
If you'll get me a smoke, sir. Needing 1s. And then roll a single 1. That's to be expected, I feel like. Oh well.
Silly mortal. The only one that rolls crits on this game is me. Because I'm so good at rolling 1s.
And then I've just got the
Which you should have this
Congress
one. Yep.
and the
Old Ironsides.
Constitution. I feel like I've also got to go full sails with this one, and I'm actually gonna load chain shot into this one as well. Starboard side, I'm going to have put chain shot in, and so he can't fire. And then old Ironsides.
The eagle-eyed viewers at home would realize that this is the first time, I believe, in this entire scenario that I let you shoot first. Typically, and that may be also because we were getting so many rules wrong. But
Would you call that a Bowery?
I mean, it doesn't bother me one way or the other.
Okay.
I mean, that's close enough. The book says to allow for some approximation.
You're within 10 inches as well, but you're outside of 8, so I won't be getting any carrying aids. It is my initial broadside, and for the heavy ships, we determined that it is a
Should be 1 heavy, 1 light, 1 carronade. So
Yes.
you're essentially getting a medium because you're out of range of the
Yes, so
carronades.
I will have 4 heavies, 4 lights, and I won't get any carrying aids.
Now, and you stayed at battle sales?
Yes, so I'll be hitting on,
8s.
yeah, 8. Cool. So 4 of these guys, 4 of these guys.
So it looks like you only.
Yeah, I only missed 2.
Yeah, so that's not bad.
I was
So
hoping for a
2,
critical.
4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and since it's a bow
10,
rake,
11,
yeah.
12, 13, 14, 15.
So you peel 15 points off of the HMS Guardian, which puts her down to 21. So that should be the end of turn 1, we now can we got to roll for a wind direction. See what happens there. And it is a 5, so the wind does not change.
Nope.
So it continues in a westerly fashion. Turn 2. We activate.
Looks like you will definitely be activating first.
Yes, so these guys are still in line, so it's going to be these guys first. And you moved full sails, battle sails, correct?
Which, I mean, that doesn't affect you anyhow. Well, yeah, I guess it would, because I would have moved over 10 inches.
Am I within 3 inches there?
I think you are.
Because we are veterans, and I may attempt a boarding action, even if it's just to slow you down. Because I get modifiers. I'm veterans too, baby.
Yeah, but then I'm capturing your ship if it goes awry.
Well, but maybe. Like I said, if I can win that, that's the Guardian. I don't want to lose it, but I'm going to hit you with some. We're going to get you initial broadside first, and I'm going to get point blank. So we will come back with our modifiers, and we will let you know what we need to roll.
So, you're shooting with the HMS Guardian? Right?
Yes, HMS Guardian.
At the USS Constitution?
Yes, and it is the initial broadside.
And we worked out our modifiers.
Yes, looks like as long as I don't roll zeros, and I get all my guns, my initial broadside, 1 extra heavy, 1 extra light. There's a 0 and a critical. So we will come back with our damage calculation, and we'll roll on the chart.
Cool. So that's 18 points of damage right there.
And here's our critical roll.
Yeah, you got a really critical roll.
2, which I think is a
It's
gun
the
deck.
gun deck, yeah.
Yeah, so basically, you can't use your port side guns this next turn.
Well, that freaking sucks.
I will put a token for you, but you can reduce your damage rounding up.
That is awful.
So
yes.
it would be 9 points on a pass skill check. There
That's
it is.
a pass.
So you take 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
Which is still a pretty good chunk from a basic
And
frigate.
I'm actually just going to pause these days and mark it so I don't forget. So
Perfect.
I'll be right back after I mark it. Okay, so next activation, which will be that guy.
Yeah.
Which is the
That's
Paladin.
the new one, the Paladin, yes.
The third rate, the inexperienced third rate. Sorry, I'm trying to get more energy back in me. I hit a little bit of a low point there. What are you shooting at?
Well, I'm trying to...
If you're shooting at the Constitution from that angle, I believe you are not obstructed.
Yeah, because there's your broadside.
And it's within my arc, yeah.
Okay.
Or within your arc.
So this is the initial broadside from the third rate. It is just out of range of the carronades. So she's going to get, as a large ship, she'll get 1 extra heavy, 1 extra light, and would get normally 1 extra carronade, but she's out of range.
But it is within 10, though.
Yeah, it is within
So you're looking at 6s, then drop down to 4 because you're inexperienced. And shooting a large ship puts you at 5, and I believe it's 5s.
Yep. So I got 3 lights and 4 heavies, and what we say, 5s?
5s. Smoke.
So miss, 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 miss. So that's 2, 3, 4, and on a successful skill check, John can...
Round it,
Yeah.
or have it rounding up. Which I did. So 2 damage.
Yep.
So these 2 guys activate next. They're sailing in lines. The incognito.
So
and the...
I have to roll a D3 on the incognito for that rudder hit to see what it does.
Right.
It's either, I think 1 is port after every turn, and 2 is straight with no changes in direction, and a 3 is a hard. She got turned hard
3 is
to the starboard, right?
full extent of its turn to the right in
Yeah.
each movement. So yeah.
Okay, so they're at battle sails. I'm just gonna go ahead and step on. Well, can I change the level of sail?
Because of the scenario rules, you mean?
Well, I'm just asking because like that's something we need to look at on the chart.
on the chart. No, wait. Ship cannot make any changes of direction. It doesn't say anything about sail.
Okay, well if that's the case, I'm gonna step it down. I'm gonna step that line. I'm gonna step it down to light sails, so that I don't risk running into my own ship.
Right.
And that's gonna be the incognito. and the trailing ship, which is the Indefatigable. So they're going to move up, and they've got a 5-inch move. I'm going to go ahead and remove that rudder hit because after this, it's not going to be used anymore.
Right.
So now I guess I could fire as she bears right here.
I'm also gonna fire as she bears.
Yeah, because otherwise I would move and have to take a shot at that one. So
Yep.
Remember that I've moved 3 inches. You know what? Just for the purpose of the game, I'm going to leave that there right now. We can play smoke afterwards.
I'm actually gonna fire as she bears with that one and that one.
Okay.
But you will get to go first because you're the ship activated.
So it's the Incognito's initial broadside. It's a medium ship, so it just gets, what is it, 1 heavy and 1 light?
I think it's just 1 extra.
1 light. It's 1 heavy for small.
1 heavy, 1 light.
So 1 heavy, 1 light. So it's going to be 3 heavies, 2 lights, and then it does get its carronade. And this is a bow rake on the President.
Yep.
So regular crew, we're starting at 6. You're a large ship, correct?
Yep.
Which is at
7.
You're not. Yeah, I didn't move full sails. You're not. You didn't move full sails. You didn't move over 10 inches. So it looks like we're hitting 7s.
Yep.
And there's no long range penalty. And bow rake. So that's a hit. That's a hit. They're all hits. No, that's 1 miss. 1 light miss. So that is 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Damage. Sweet. 15 damage. Let me mark that. Okay, so now I'm going to fire she bears first with the light cannon on the front there, which means I'm probably hitting on, let's see, I'm veteran, so this puts me at 8. Drilled and veteran 8.
Yeah, so I don't see any other modifiers, so 1 light cannon hit on 8. There it is.
Bam.
1 point
Barely.
On the Incognito. Yeah, you
Barely.
really squeaked in there on that one.
And then I'm going to hit with the Madison.
So she got 2 heavies.
That's definitely my arc. Yeah. And I loader changed onto that one.
Yep.
That's right.
So you should just be suffering the -1, or is it -2 for going full sails?
It's -2 for going full sails. Yeah.
Yeah, and since that ship hasn't activated,
So I'd be at
you're not able to change that yet. So.
right. So I'd be at 8, and then I drop down to 6
Yep.
because drilled and then veteran,
Yep.
so 8, and then down to 6 because
Yep.
I was moving at full sails. Clarification.
Yep.
Yeah. So hitting on 8s. So
One hit.
I did miss. So
Yep.
that's 2 more damage, and then you can finish your move out, sir.
So we are now at 30. Well, we literally are at 30. So I will basically move it up 2 more inches, and then she will pivot hard to the starboard.
Not by choice.
Oh,
Oh
crap.
no.
You know what? At least it was 2 of my ships.
You gotta stop knocking stuff over.
Dude,
here.
I'm telling you, it's like almost like I'm clumsy or something.
What?
She was right here in front of that one, correct?
You
Let me. You know what? I'm gonna do this again because we know what we know what we were attempting to do. We went up 3, 5, and then we did a hard pivot.
bonk.
Okay. So there's the smoke to show that she was activated.
And that's the end of its move because it was
Yep.
at battle.
Yep. I stepped it down to light sails.
Oh, you stepped down to light. That's right.
And they were still sailing
Yes.
in line. Navigable is going to sail up to here.
I don't know. You can get a rake with it. Well, I guess if you fire, she bears.
I hate doing this. Let me just do it this way here. I'm going to scoot it forward by the bow. So right now she's going to move up to that right there. Moved me 1, 2, 3 inches.
Oh, you're about to ram the other ship.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I may have to go 1 more inch to get it to actually get a bow rake.
I don't know that you're gonna get one from that angle.
Yeah.
Because that's not really a. I don't know that that's a rake. I guess it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of the approximation I gave the other one. Just because your broadside is.
Yeah, I guess because it couldn't really hit anything.
Yeah. So.
But I guess I guess what I'm trying to say is, and I'm not saying this to be sour, like, because I really don't care one way or the other. But I mean, like, a rake is considering the fact it's going through the ship, and it wouldn't be at that angle.
Well, I mean, either way.
Well, but it kind of would though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I'm getting the point blank benefit, which that's kind of what I was aiming for.
I'll call it a rake just because why not? Fine.
So, and that is the side with chain shot. That is my port side had chain shot.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
I am going to aim high.
What was the token there?
I put it over here on the ship. I actually moved it over onto the ship.
Gotcha.
So the indefatigable is a veteran.
Yep.
We are drilled, so that puts us at 8.
Yep.
I loaded the chain shot.
Yep.
And I'm aiming high, so that instead of -2, that
It's
puts
just
me
-1.
to a -1. But
a large ship too. So 8
yeah.
to 9, then back to 8 because of the chain shot.
But then we're at point blank.
Which brings it back up to what would be 10.
Basically,
so,
just don't roll
don't roll a 10. So.
Okay, so it looks like I'll get 3 heavies. 2 lights.
Because you moved it full set or battle
Sails, yes.
Yeah.
And the 1 carronade, and we are aiming high. And let's pause this real quick, and we'll come back with a roll. I just want to make sure we're getting the modifiers correct.
Okay. So we've come up with our modifiers. It's a good thing we checked our little QRS here.
Because we
About messed up.
Yeah.
So explain it, Mikey.
So it looks like drilled 6, veteran 8. Theoretically, we would go to 10 because we are point blank, and then we would go to 11 because John is a large ship. But I am actually firing as she bears, which brings me back to 9, and I'm aiming high with chain shot, which brings me to 8. 8 on everything except 9 on the carronade because the carronades don't suffer. Well, they suffer -1 when you aim high as opposed to the -2 that everything else does. And we're assuming that the chain shot and the carronades together just cancels that out.
Yeah, so 8's on everything except the carronades, which will be 9s.
Yep. So 9 on the black die and 8 on everything else. Okay. Which those are all hits.
So yeah.
So that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. That'd be 13. But we're going to be doubling it and then adding stuff. So we'll come back with a damage calculation.
Yep.
Little special rule.
So,
okay. So after damage calculation, we've come up with the point blank and the bow rake. 4, 8, 12, 16, 22, 23, 24, 26, and then now we're adding the +1 for the bow rake. And it turns into 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 30. 33 points of damage from a bow rake on the Indefatigable.
So I only had 29 ship points left on that ship after it got hit last turn. So it's in Davy Jones' locker. Now, if I had have stayed alive and let's just assume I didn't get to my break point, the Indefatigable special rule, such a hard word, is that anytime a ship is below half its original ship points, and it takes damage from the Indefatigable, it immediately takes a strike the color test at -1, even if it's not at its break point. It just has to be below original half ship. But that's all irrelevant because that is now in the bottom of the sea.
Okay, so now I guess the next question is, can I fire since I fired as she bears? Can I fire another round, another section of guns under that same fire as she bears?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
yeah.
If that's the case,
let me pause that real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so you're shooting at the Congress.
Yes. And
with the front gun, the bow chaser.
With the front gun, because basically I don't plan on killing her like we just and I didn't plan on killing the president. But my thinking is if I can just do damage to her. Yeah, she's got 1 light on the bow. If I can just do damage to it, if anybody else reduces it to below half its points, then it still takes that same test. Right. So.
No. It's when it takes damage.
You sure?
Yeah, it says when anytime it takes so not just because it has taken damage.
Okay, well then I might as well just shoot to shoot.
Yeah.
They won't be giving me that special bonus. We are drilled veteran, which puts us at 8. You're not outside of 10 inches.
Nope.
You're not a large ship. Did you move at full sails?
On that one, it's the Congress. No.
Okay, so it looks like I'm just needing 8s.
Yep.
There we go. That's 1 point of damage to the Congress.
Okay. I'm gonna pause.
And now we're back.
Okay.
Appropriate damage. I guess we just resolved the points of damage. The 1 point of damage on the Congress.
So I've gotten all that shored up. Now it's the Chesapeake's activation, and I had a ruler over here.
Yes, you did. I took them both for some reason. I'm bogarting the rulers and the turn markers.
That's not very fun.
See, now you're finding yourself in a position I'm normally in, with my ships blocking my other ships. God, I love this game, but sometimes it can be so frustrating whenever you're like, oh crap, what did I just do to myself?
Okay, so I've got to move. Well, no, I still got 1 more inch before that happens. Okay, so I moved 4 inches of my 5 in my first movement on the battle cells, and now I'm gonna take a test to evade that ship. And pause it real quick because I want to make sure both. Okay, so I'm gonna take. I've got to take a test to evade a collision with the Chesapeake and the Constitution. So first for the Chesapeake, so I'm gonna need it's with a +1, so it's a inexperienced, which would
5.
be 5 up, and then.
Well, 5 up was with the +1 because inexperience is 6.
Or yeah, sorry. So I need a 5.
Yep. Put that in the box. Re-roll that.
Nope, that's a
Okay,
1.
so now,
So now with the Constitution,
Constitution.
Which will be a 3.
yep,
Okay, we're good.
there it is. The
So-
Constitution has yet to fail a skill check.
And I moved the ship that's actually moving. Still,
Yes,
though,
you still
right?
you got to move the ship that's activated.
Yeah, it's not. It was just kind of weird, but it is what it is, so it's fine by me. And I guess I can't really go that way, so.
Well, I guess this does bring up this question because you're supposed to finish your move. Yeah, never mind. You're supposed to finish your move clear of the other ship
And
if
I
you can.
have
yeah.
to go that way, so.
Yep.
So now I'm running the risk of running into which one is that? The Guardian.
Yeah, that's the Guardian.
I'm gonna move that out of the way temporarily. Oh goodness, this is a mess. So right at 5. Oh no.
Well, listen, we're both veterans, so I think we can probably one of us get out of that without collision.
Well, you know what? First I'm gonna fire my front gun at it.
Yeah, might as well. Because that's the end of your stop.
Before I do anything, because that was the end of that first movement.
Yeah, that was the end of your first movement.
So that's gonna be inexperienced. So 6, take it down to 4, and then that's probably 3 inches. Well, yes. I don't know. You tell me. I can't really tell. So there's the edge of my hull, and I can't tell if that's over yours or not.
I'll call it good enough. It looks like it might be a little bit short, but I don't want to waste too much time.
Yeah, that's fair. So within 3 inches, which was back up to 6s.
Yep.
And then I don't think there's any other.
Yeah, there's no other modifier. So
Yep. Because it didn't. Guardian was a battle sim, right?
yeah, I've got the only people that are full sales are those guys, and
I missed.
that's a 7. So that should be good.
No.
No, you need a 6s.
Yeah, I need 6s.
Okay.
Rip. Okay, so it fired its front gun, and then it's going to continue going. My issue here is I'm having a hard time getting the measure in.
Well, like I don't know. That was with me squeezing all my ships into my small deployment. I was having that problem
So I've
too.
gone 3 inches now.
So now,
About 3. No, right at about 4 inches. I got to take the test.
okay, and we will both take it, and thankfully, like I said, we're both vets. So
I'm gonna fire a sheep. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Where'd my die go?
looking for your skill check die.
Yeah.
It's right there, I think.
Oh. So I am inexperienced. You're a veteran.
Yeah.
So I need a 5 again. Nope.
Okay, so I will roll mine, needing a 4, and I do have the reroll. That's good enough.
Okay.
So now you will just pivot your ship to avoid me and keep moving your last inch.
I'm gonna ask you right now. Do you want to fire a sheep bears?
I can't
Why?
because that ship already activated this turn. Did it not? Or no, she hasn't activated.
No, not this turn.
Then yeah, let me go ahead and I'll declare a fire. She bears as well. Well, it had smoke on it, John.
Did it? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty
You're
sure.
right.
Yeah, she's already activated, so I can't.
Yeah,
Yep.
I moved that because I was.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I fired because so I got to turn a little bit, just enough, and then I've got another inch of movement. So I'm just gonna slide it up.
Well, yeah, you have to turn a little more than that. Which I mean, it ain't gonna really affect your broadside. What could hurt you is you.
Actually, we got to take an entanglement test now.
Yeah, because we're ending within 1
So
inch.
before we do that, I am gonna go ahead and just shoot.
Okay.
Just to simplify things, if nothing else. So drilled 6.
6.
Inexperienced
4.
Point blank, 6.
Yep.
And then I don't think there's any other modifiers.
Yeah, have you fired an initial broadside with that ship yet?
Yeah, I want to say I have. Yeah,
Okay.
I have.
So then you go to your normal broadside.
2, 1, and...
So what I'm going to do, just for the viewing easy, is we're just going to put the puff of smoke between the two ships because they've been firing at each other.
Yep. That's the Chesapeake. So 2, 1, and 1. Yep. Alright. And I don't suffer any modifiers because I'm only firing the second gun position.
Yep. So 6s.
So 6s.
That's all hits.
Hit on all of them. So it's
And it's all going to be doubled.
2.
And then there's a crit.
I'm sorry. 4, 8, 14,
16.
16. And then there's a critical.
Yep.
And that's we determine it's a gun deck.
Gun deck hit. Yep. So what was the total damage points on that? 16 or 14?
16.
Okay, 16. I think that's going to drop her below the breaking point. So let me hand this over. She may even sink. Let me do the quick math. Quick math.
Sink? Have I hit it that much already?
She's already down to 21. So yes, you literally just hit her at she's under her break value. So you put her down to 5 points left. She's at 5. I gotta take a skill test immediately or strike colors. Thankfully, I did not have to use my reroll. So Guardian needs a 4 up. That's a 1. We're gonna take away the Admiralty reroll, and she fails and strikes her colors. So I'm gonna put the flag out.
And you know what? I still technically am within my bounds to do a grapple test, aren't I?
You could.
But then I would have to roll for the entanglement if I failed that, I believe.
Okay.
So, I'm going to go ahead and roll for the grapple test. So I need a 6.
Yeah, well, if you're inexperienced, you need 6s. Okay.
Okay.
So you don't grapple it.
Now I got to take the entanglement test.
Yes, and I can't, I guess, because I've struck colors. We can't take it, so you may end up entangled.
So go ahead and tell me what the, we'll pause that real quick. Okay, so we've come to a pretty funny revelation. So I just failed my skill check to grapple it, right?
Yeah.
So if I fail my skill check to not entangle it,
You become grappled.
I become grappled and essentially accomplish the goal that I just...
boarding action, so you would actually, I think you would take the ship.
Yeah, so... Okay, well I failed it, so I grappled it.
Oops.
Oops.
You definitely
Oh
didn't want to
no!
do that.
So what did we decide? I can give it half.
No, that is only that one special rule. That ship is yours, but it's at 5 ship points, and it can. I think it can only.
I know it can't go above
light sails.
Yeah.
And it can only shoot like half its guns.
Is it only 5 ship points?
Yeah, it's only at 5 right now.
Gotcha.
You
Oh
got
yeah,
it down,
that's
you got
right.
it down to 5.
That's right.
Now you could sit there, but I mean, you would have to take skill checks each turn. I'm assuming. Otherwise, she just sits there.
Now let me ask you this: is the crew still veteran or like what?
I mean, they were. Well, my crew was veteran.
That's what I mean.
I guess my crew's no longer on that ship. So it would be your inexperienced crew.
Okay, I'll roll with that. Whatever. These are situations that I don't think it really lays out in plain text, so I'm fine with that. Okay, well, that's mine now.
Yep. Which means somebody else from my now I gotta take it.
Yeah. Cool. So in terms of, so that's the end of that.
Yes. So now we will go, and it looks like I need to activate.
Technically, hold on, it would have been grappled. So
yeah, it pulls him back.
Yeah.
Now, the next activation looks like it will be this guy. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna have my own problems come up now because of the actual move I've got to make.
Yep. We've done everything right. We've kind of lost.
As far as we
that.
can tell.
Yeah. And now you've just got to move.
So this one here looks like it's going to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, looks like we stop at 3 because we're going to collide. So we're going to take our skill test.
Only one's got to pass on a collision.
And the incognito is, I'm going to do that one first because it's regular, it needs a 5. Doesn't pass. I'm going to go ahead because I don't want to risk it. I'm going to spend the incognito's admiralty roll. And we get it. So that saves the brig from even having to roll.
Well, technically this would have happened simultaneously. So if you want to take that back, because you would have gotten roll with the other one, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
Without having
it
to spend
doesn't
that.
really matter.
Okay, whatever.
I'm okay with it. So now we'll just pivot. Pivot.
And then it was at battle sail?
Yeah, she was at full sails.
Full sails,
She
so
just fell out of line. I couldn't get her back in line.
So you've got plenty of room. Although, all you'd have to do is they would technically both activate in line, and then you could step that one up to full.
Yeah, and then leave the other one behind.
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah, that's fine.
So... this one is moving up further here to 5 inches there. I don't know that I'm within your firing arc.
You certainly are.
So I could shoot at you and then keep moving.
I could do the same. But I don't know that I want to.
Yeah, well, you half your distance on that. So I guess I'm going to do that. That brig, that is the Charger, one of my veterans.
6.
I am at full sails, so I will suffer a -1.
Maybe 2.
-2.
Yeah.
So it's 6, 8 for veteran, and then large ship puts
Nope,
you...
that's not a large ship.
That's not a large ship?
Nope.
Okay. So then it would just set me back to 6.
Should just be 6s, yeah.
Both 7s!
Nice.
So, puff of smoke, nothing happens. We've got one more move. And I will place some smoke to mark that she has activated. So Incognito's dice have been removed.
So Tupanamba, I know you've mentioned in the past that you've wanted to see some bigger line battles. I know this isn't quite a proper line battle per se, but I mean, it's looking pretty spicy. I hope you're enjoying this.
Okay. So, after that ship activated, the next one in line was these two. Is that correct? Yes.
Yes.
Further back.
And they'll have to be a battle
So, yeah, so they're going to activate in line, but the prize ship is going to leave the other one and stay at full sails and fall out of line.
Yeah.
While the other one has to step. Well, the other one will step down to battle. I'm going to drop that one to battle sails for this turn, but I'm not going to make them. I'm not going to do the wake marker because she will step back up to full sails as soon as she can.
Yeah.
And now she actually is supposed to move 6 because she's faster. So she's going battle sails this turn at 6. And then this guy back here is, he stepped down to battle sails as well. So I'm going to put a little marker here to indicate she is activated. And then we're going to place a little puff of smoke in front of this Dane.
What are you shooting at?
We are going to bow rake the Constitution. But those ships are going to be in the way, which I would assume would be a modifier as well.
Did we decide that bowsprits counts in the way?
I don't think they did in their last game.
Okay, then I guess they wouldn't really get in the way.
So it's 2 heavies.
You would they
were within 10 inches.
And then you're a veteran.
Yeah, so it takes me to 9.
And you're a large ship, and I'm a large ship. Yes, a 9s.
So that's 2 hits, and that's 2, 4, 5, 6.
5, 6.
So 6 points of damage. See if you can reduce it to about half. And
Yep.
you do, because she has yet to fail
Yep.
a skill check on any of these. Well, the very first one. You failed the very first one, and then ever since then she's been hot.
So I'm going to mark that off real quick. Right, so that's moved. So now it'll be... That's moved. Now it'll just be the Constitution.
It's let's see.
No, I'm sorry. The Madison.
Yeah, the Constitution is at 25 1/4.
Yeah, Madison's definitely before it.
Yeah, Madison's like 24.
Madison, Constitution.
Then the Constellation, and then the Congress.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to hand that off to you.
All right. And guys, viewers, that is the Indefatigable. She's untouched so far.
60 points.
Yep, she breaks at 20.
How does a 5th rate have 60 points?
Maybe she's a Razzie. I don't know. She was a 64 gun 5th rate, so I mean technically she's.
I guess that is technically a 3rd, but that doesn't mean the whole. Okay.
No, I mean it's
Is
just
it supposed to be a 3rd rate?
No.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know it's weird. That's what threw me off. because it's not in the famous ship box. The third rates of renown. It's
Yeah.
not in that box.
Okay.
It's just
Anyway.
considered a 5th rate.
Oh, I'm debating.
So in all honesty, it might be the best if it can survive. It might be the best ship I've got because it doesn't grant any bonuses for being large, and it's got a really nifty little rule.
Madison was at full sail. I'm gonna drop the Madison to battle sail.
And she's already fired from the starboard side this turn.
Yes. Why did I do that?
You're also about to use the wrong turn arc.
Shh. I would never do such a thing.
She's gonna skip up a. You know what I'm gonna do though? I know you're not trying. I know what you're trying to go for. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna declare a fire as she bears with the incognito.
Oh,
her bow chaser.
Okay, so better
No regulars.
regulars.
Yeah.
Okay, so 6
Mhm.
minus 1 for me being small.
Yep. So 5s.
Minus 2 for it being a fire as she bears.
Yep.
So 3s.
So 3s.
And then,
And it's just the one light.
but it is within 3 inches.
So then it would go back up to 5.
Yeah.
So one light from the bow, and it is just a light cannon and needing 5s. There it is.
And it's double damage, so it's 2 points.
2 points of damage on the Madison.
I'll mark that in a sec. And we
And
are
I-
within 3 inches, I just determined, and I am a veteran, so I'm gonna try to grapple.
You gonna try to steal the incognito back?
I think it grapples within 3 inches, right?
Yeah, ships within 3 inches they can grapple.
Yeah.
I mean, normally here in the States, we love to see that, but not in this game with these dice that we're using.
Nope, sure don't.
We're busy repairing the
Booger.
cannons.
I'm gonna go full sail. No, I'm not either. I'm gonna stay at battle sail. I'm gonna stay at battle sail, and we're gonna see if we can shove this thing up in there so I can actually move. Now, I don't think I'm colliding with that being near its bowsprit, am I? It's just the hull, right?
I think based upon the rules we've played the game with, we're not really including the bowsprit as anything other than entanglements
Yeah,
when you end your turn within an inch.
So I'm gonna move that basically just enough. So
And I guess if we had them on those friendly little bases that they sail,
yeah,
that wouldn't even be a problem. You know what I
But-
mean?
I'm not ending my movement there. So
Tell you what, let me just place my finger here and you can move that ship out of the way.
no, I got it.
I just want to make sure that you can move it without damaging anything. Put a lot of work into those ships.
Yes, we did. Okay, and then it was on this side.
Yep.
And that is within an inch of that one, actually. So I'll tell you what. First thing I'm gonna do is fire my front gun.
At the success.
Yes, which the front gun on this thing's actually heavy. So I moved at battle sails. That one was moving at battle sails.
But she did move over 10 inches.
That one?
Yep, because
could it have?
she's 6 inches because she's got no gun. She's faster.
Oh, yeah.
So you will suffer that modifier, which I think is -1.
Yes, the -1. It is within 3 inches. So 8, 7, anything but a 10. Oh!
Critical.
So
So it's 4 points of damage,
4,
and then we roll to see what happens to her.
and that's extra.
That's structural damage. I'm pretty positive. So she can never go back up to full sails anyway.
Yeah, roll D3 and end the result.
There you go.
How do I call?
Yeah, how do you get a cock down at D3? So
Okay,
2 more points of
2.
damage. So she
So
actually
6.
goes down to, she's at 30 points exactly, which keeps her at battle cells for the remainder of the game.
Did it already take 1 point?
No, it took. She started at 36.
Well, that accomplished that, and then I guess technically in order I'd have to try to grapple you first before I took the thing if I wanted to do that. So I'm just gonna try to grapple the. Ooh, but do I want to do that actually? Ooh, I don't know that I want to do that. Ooh. Yeah. No, I don't like that. I take that back. I'm not gonna try to grapple you. But I do have to take a test to avoid you, and then you also
entanglement?
do the same thing. But if one of us failed this,
Yes.
which is what Erwin was pointing out, if one of us failed this, then we do end up being entangled.
Okay, so this is the Constitution.
So I failed. All right,
Okay, so it doesn't matter. We're entangled. Son of a biscuit. Which actually, no, I'm good with that. Except that it's not it becomes grappled, so we have to now do boarding actions.
So we gotta do this as even.
Now, how does this work? Because typically, would you be the initiator on the boarding actions?
So we checked it. We're actually
Inch
just
and a half.
outside of an
Yeah,
inch,
so-
so it doesn't matter anyway.
Which is it's a good thing for both of us because John did not want to become entangled because that's not his goal.
Nope.
And I didn't want to become entangled because I do not want to lose another ship to the filthy Americans.
Oh, but I've. caused
Yes,
trouble
you are
again.
now potentially because you were at least battle sales, so you couldn't.
So I'm actually. I was at full sales. I'm gonna drop to battle
Ooh,
sales. And we're gonna go through the same process again, basically.
Which on the collision you just have to have one person pass.
Right. Okay, so we're basically there.
Yeah, so you got about 6 inches. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so you actually moved up about 3 inches. So now you take a skill check for both ships.
So
That's a pass. Well,
because it's with a +1. So
that's true. Yeah. So
that's
you
pass.
so you got 3 more inches on that ship there.
we're all good in. Where did that come from? Here, I believe. We're all good into hood. So I can just kind of turn that. Keep going my extra 2 inches or 3 inches. No,
Yep.
2 inches ahead.
You had 3. Yeah. No, 2.
Yeah. And I was at battle, so I get 5 more. So the end of this movement. No, I'm not. Okay.
That's going to be another collision test.
No, it's not yet. I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
because like well.
yes, not yet.
Yeah.
First, I'm gonna shoot.
Okay.
I guess it'd have to be a fire she bears because I haven't.
Yeah, because you didn't move your full distance.
Yeah. Well, I'm not actually. I don't
So
know
you still got about another inch to go.
I can't make it. So I'm gonna fire she bears first. So I'm drilled, inexperienced 4, point blank 6, fire she bears 4. So I missed.
Yes. Okay.
Then I'm gonna roll to grapple, and I need a. 6.
Well, and I think the thing is, it's whenever your ship ends its move.
that's true,
So
that's
you
right.
do have to at least avoid collision first.
Yes, that's true. Which I need a 5.
Okay.
We failed.
So well, I have to now try
Yes.
it, and my ship is a regular, as per the scenario rules. So we're going to roll, and that's a 4. So I actually do avoid. So which I don't know if that makes it better.
Regular's 5.
That's right. Okay.
Oh,
that's
but it's +1.
Yep. So I do pass that one. You just pivot your ship enough to miss me, to where you, and then so you can
Oh.
complete your move.
Which is like literally like a quarter of an inch. So then I'm just gonna pivot right there.
Yeah. So now
Now
you
I'm gonna
take a
fire.
skill test. Yep.
Well, now I'm gonna fire.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
Because you fired as you bared with your bow.
Arc. Yeah. Now I'm gonna fire with the port side cannons.
I'll get you another puff of smoke here.
So drilled.
Well, you're inexperienced, correct?
Drilled a 6, then inexperienced is
Takes away
4.
down to 4.
and then back up to 6
Because
and
of point blank, yep.
And then that's it.
Yep. So 6s again, and this is the initial broadside, correct?
On that one, no, I feel like I've shot it.
Okay.
I may not have, but I'm just gonna say I did. So I managed to miss 1 somehow.
And you got a critical on the carronade.
Sure did. So 4, 10, 12.
Okay. So 12 points of damage brings that one down to 18.
Yep, and then I gotta roll critical.
Yep.
Which that's just a gun deck. hit.
Yeah, which she doesn't have any guns. So let's apply the points of damage, and then I think I'll hand it over to John. No,
No.
you've got one more, but I do need to hand it over.
I am gonna try to grapple depending on what happens here. So which that's a fail.
Yeah.
So
she's not grappled yet.
nope.
And then you still have
That one.
the Congress, and that will effectively end turn 2.
I've kind of just given up on that endeavor, so. What is it? Battle sales, right? Yep. Okay. Let's see here. So, I am actually within 8 inches, but all my guns are halved. So let me see what exactly I'm at. I think I'm like.
And unless you aim high, you're suffering -2.
Okay. So I'm only gonna get to shoot my heavies. They're the only ones within range. And I am gonna aim high, of course.
And you're inexperienced as well with that ship, right?
Yeah, because I've got the chain shot in.
Okay, so you're inexperienced, you're drilled, you start at 6, you drop to 4, then you drop to 3 because it's a small ship,
Yep.
and then you aim high, so you're dropping to 2s. Correct?
Yeah, because I have the chain shot in.
Yep.
How many inches did that ship move?
What ship? That is the Charger.
Yeah.
Looks like the Charger stayed at full sails.
Full sails?
Yeah. That's
So
why I
then-
failed my shots last time.
So then I take another -2 for it having moved over 10, or another -1.
So
I'm
just
sorry.
just
for-
criticals, yeah.
So 2s. Or I'm sorry, yeah, just criticals. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got 2s. Yeah.
So you're- dang. Okay.
Boo.
So that right there will end this turn, and we will be right back.
And let's get rid of all of our smoke.
Exactly.
Turn 3, wind direction. Oh.
That is 9.
it's
That is
Yeah.
wind stays the same.
Okay, let's get our handy dandy laser
pointer.
pointer and determine how everything's gonna be going.
So it looks like the Paladin,
Yep.
the Indefatigable, the Incognito, then these strappled ships here. Madison, the Disdain, Constitution, Charger, and the Constellation, the Success, and then the Congress.
Cool. That's the beauty of the laser pointer.
So let me ask you this question.
Yep.
If I swing up with the Paladin and I get within range to grapple the ship that's already grappled, well, it's not grappled anymore, right? Because it's yours.
No, I haven't ungrappled it
Oh,
yet.
you have it. So how do we handle that? Then does my guys just fight your guys?
Well, I don't think you can really get that
I
far
think you
anyway.
can. Well, I mean, I might be able to.
Maybe.
Probably not with the movement that I've got.
Yeah, not with the angle that's already at.
Yeah, I may just swing forward and start blasting ships.
Yeah, no, you can definitely shoot at them.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna step that one with the wind direction up to full sails on the Paladin.
Rates of notes. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you could sink that thing if you really wanted to. This has turned into a real mess, hasn't it?
It's
It's getting there.
yeah. I mean, I've seen better games, but let's see here. Now, there's a special rule. I'm going to shoot at this, but I know there's a special rule when you shoot at grappled ships. Somehow the damage transfers between both, and we'll check that before we do it. But I am
Yeah.
going to go ahead and
Okay.
shoot at the end of this move.
Let's
I
check.
do have 2 more moves, but I will do that.
Let's check. Okay, so essentially what we've decided, or well, we looked up, is that basically both ships take the same amount of damage. So you're basically just shooting into both of them at the same time, essentially. But you can't score criticals.
Yep. So I'm going to shoot at the Guardian, and it is the third-rate Paladin. So
Well,
it's got
Shooting at both of them, I
yeah,
guess.
essentially 3 heavies, 2 lights, and 2 carronades, and we are definitely within range to do all of those. Now, are they anchored? That doesn't change anything for me though.
No, they're not. No. Well, I guess they'd have to be.
But I also went to full sails, so that will affect me. So we're starting at 6 as British.
Yeah.
We're inexperienced. Takes me to 4.
Yep.
And then we're full sails, takes me to 2.
2.
And that is all the modifiers I can think of.
Yeah.
So Whatever I roll, any 2s here goes to both ships. Okay, so that's 1 point of damage, 2 points of damage to both ships,
Nice.
which puts the
That would know
Guardian
3.
down to 3 points. Yep.
And the Chesapeake goes down to 34. Hasn't been damaged yet.
Okay, so
Uh,
she's going to continue her move.
We need to plug the camera up, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, we're back.
So she's going right there.
Jeez.
And I think I'm going to rake the bow on the Madison. And that's with the port, correct? Left is port.
Yep.
Starboard's right. So, it is 3 heavies, 2 lights, and 2 carronades. I'm going to double check the range on that. But I don't think we're beyond 80. Oh, no, there's no way we're beyond 80 inches.
It's like 5.
Okay. So, again, this is not a... well, I can't because you haven't fired at me. I got to take a skill check
Yep,
to do
you
that.
do have to take a skill check, and you're inexperienced. So 6 up.
Where's my dice at? There it is!
Wow. Okay.
So, now watch me flub everything else, okay? Because it's 3 heavies, 2 lights, and a carronade.
Okay.
So I'm at full sales, and I'm inexperienced, so that puts me down to 2s.
But and then another -1.
Yeah, so it's only criticals, yeah.
Yeah. So
Missed them all.
nice.
So
Okay.
I'm not even gonna give him a big puff of smoke. Very disappointing round of shooting. Granted, the full sales didn't help, but I wanted to get her into the free.
So now it's the Guardian.
Yeah, the Indefatigable.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Indefatigable,
I'm sorry,
and
not
then
the
the Incognito.
And
Then your 2 grapple chips, then the Madison.
yeah.
And then it looks like the Disdain, Constitution, Charger. There we go. So the Indefatigable is going to stay at battle sales.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oops.
Sorry, stop bumping my stuff.
You've been doing that all night.
Yeah,
Like
just
a dummy head.
it's just been a rough day at work.
Oh no.
I'm going to pivot a little bit more here.
Yeah, you are.
But I don't know that I want to... I could sink that, potentially. But I wonder if it's better to do that one.
That's a good question. That is a good question.
Answer me in the comments if you think I chose the wrong one.
Well, if
She's in range. She's got a firing arc, but I don't know if it's a rake.
yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. I guess it would be. Yeah, because if shot did hit it, it'd be flying through the deck
Stern,
forward.
captain's quarters.
Yeah, so
Okay, so it's the Indefatigable. That is not the side with chain shot. The chain shot was loaded on the port side. This is starboard, which is just regular, and that is going to be 2 heavies, a light, and a carronade. I don't know that I'm in range for all of that. Yes, so we get all of our guns.
and
So
yeah.
2 heavies, 1
So-
light, 1 carronade.
So you're drilled veteran 8.
Large ship, 9. No, not a large ship. That's medium,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah. So you're just sitting on 8s, I
Okay.
think. So this could be catastrophic.
2 heavies, 2 lights. Again, this little card the guy printed off was wrong. It's actually 2 lights according to the book, which is the gospel.
As
And just to make sure that I didn't copy that down wrong.
it is on the QRS too, wherever
Yeah.
you put yours.
Yeah, 2 heavies, 2 lights, and a carronade. So 2 blues, 2 reds, and a black, and we determine 8s.
Yep.
And it's a stern rake.
Yep.
Okay, so that's a miss. Everything else is a hit. So you double the damage on a
6.
stern rake. So 6. That is 8. That right there would be 12. And then that would put us at 16, and then I got to roll for critical.
Critical.
3, which I think is a rudder steering hit.
Yep.
So again, what we say it was?
16.
Yep, 16. So 16
20.
points of damage and a rudder hit.
Let me go apply that. All right, hanging in there. We're hanging in there.
So the incognito is still at battle cells, and she's gonna probably end up. It's probably gonna end up. I don't know. These two have to take a. They're both gonna take a skill test. Cause she made it 3 inches.
I'm gonna go ahead and fire she bears.
Okay.
So let's see. I'm gonna be 6 drilled, 8 veteran, point blank, 10.
Were you at full sales in that ship?
The Madison? No, I just have
Okay.
it down to battle. I'm pretty sure. You can check over that. Yeah, battle. Okay, so basically just don't roll a 10, and I'll be getting both my shots. Both
So
hit.
8 points of damage.
Yeah.
So that brings her down to 10, which I think she has to take a. She might strike her colors. This could be a very disastrous game for us.
I mean, it's already been horrible for me because I lost.
Yeah, you lost a
favorite
named
ship.
ship,
Yeah.
just like me last game. So down to 10 points, and she doesn't have her reroll because I used it earlier when I had a chance to take it back. So she fails. So she strikes colors.
Cool.
So I've just lost your ship back to you and lost my.
And
ship
then
back.
I guess rather than a collision, it'd be an entanglement, or would it be a collision?
Well, I mean, I can't skill check, and she still has movement. So how does that work?
Of course, I can move out of the way too. So I guess I'd have to take a skill test, and I'm veteran.
Which you
So
fail.
I fail.
So then they collide.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. So
Everyone, if you see this and we get it wrong,
sorry,
let us know,
it's getting a little weird. So let's check the collision table.
We'll do the collision table real quick and see what happens.
So essentially, what's happened here is the Madison took 10 points of damage, which took her from 18 to 8, so she's 1 away from striking, but she's still okay. And then the incognito struck, and then took a further 6 points of damage for colliding and bumped
And
back.
like we said, we may have gotten it wrong, but we just don't see any way. We didn't see anything in the rule book about the ship. Like, I mean, she still had movement. I guess if it were, the way I look at it is, if the ship had finished its move and struck its colors, it just sits.
Right. Yeah.
But it still had movement to do, so we think in our heads they collided. We could be wrong.
I don't know. That's a Gabriel question.
Okay.
So then it'd be them, right?
Yep. So those two guys.
All right. So I'll pass this over.
I'll
So
try
I'm
to
actually
take
going to take a test with a -1, so
To
I
disengage?
get a 6. Because I don't think you could ever go past.
Well,
the
I mean,
6.
but they're your ships. How? I mean, can they? Do they have to remain grappled?
Well, because they're still grappling. You got to
Okay.
take a test on grapple.
Okay.
So
So they stay grappled.
yeah. Well, I took a test for that one.
Now
so
you would
I'm
have to
gonna
take a skill test to otherwise you strike your colors, right? Because it is your ship now, and it struck colors under mine.
I guess I'd have to do that
Yeah.
first. Yeah. So it struck colors. No, it's different crew now.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine was a veteran, and yours would be
Okay.
whatever that ship had. I'm assuming which was
It
inexperienced.
struck again. Didn't we have a little white flag?
Yeah, but I took it because you
Oh.
caused another one.
Okay.
We'll put one up in a second because they're
Yeah.
all in my 10, and I don't want to drag it out under the
we know what's
table.
going on. So that one struck again, and then that one's still
Entangled. So then it looks like the Madison
Yes.
would be activating next,
Which I'm going to try to grapple that.
and that's a veteran. So you just need a 4.
Ooh, but it's gotta be at the end of your move. It can't be at the beginning, can it?
Yeah, I think you have to move first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rip. This is bad then. This is very bad. Well, I'm gonna stay at battle still. Shame I can't grapple that.
No.
Shame. I'm gonna stay at battle still.
Well, even if you did get her, at least I didn't get a chance to change the paint scheme.
Right. So I'm gonna start from 1. Okay, so I can. No, I can't. Okay, so essentially what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna fire she bears right there with the.
So starting
port-
rake.
The port side, yes. So two heavies, veteran, so 8. Veteran and drilled, so 8. Point blanks of 10s, your small ship, which takes me back down to 9s. And I think
That is a charge if she was at full sails.
So then another further 8s.
Yep.
Oh, so I actually did fail one of
Yep.
those.
So that's going to be 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage, yeah.
Yep.
And
Well, wait. It's trebled because it's stern rake and it's
doubled.
point blank.
Yeah, so it'd be 6 points.
Yeah, 6 points of damage on the charger.
Which, how's it looking?
She's untouched.
Okay. Now, I've got to take an evasion test.
Well, is it evasion or collision?
Collision. I'm
Yeah, so
sorry.
yeah, you're doing an evasion,
So we're doing it with the plus
which
1.
my big ship will do it as well.
Yeah.
But don't plan on her fixing
Yeah,
it.
we're doing the plus 1. So I'm fine.
Yep. So now you just got to pivot somehow to squeeze through there.
That's fine. I can do that easily.
And as long as you've got another sail to clear 1 inch, otherwise we may become entangled.
I do, because I was at battle and I only went 1, so...
You can just set it on the other side of the ship and we can kind of eyeball it.
I got it from here.
You know what? I'm gonna fire as she bears.
That's exactly what I was about to do. So, I guess let me move that back just a little bit. So we're both firing as she bears, so I'll go first. And you're probably about to sink me. Oh, no, you can't, because you shot that position.
This is the charger.
Oh, with that one.
Yes, I'm shooting with the charger.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I am going to fire as she bears at that one. So,
8s to start because you're veteran.
8 and then plus 1 for the large ship,
Yep.
and then plus 2.
So you're effectively at 11, but then take away
Yeah.
2, so you need 9s.
So both of those hit, and it's point blank.
So it's 8 points of damage.
8 points, and then you get to now fire at me.
Okay. Let's see here, and it is 8 for
8.
veteran.
Point blank 10.
Puts a 10,
Then full sails back down to 8.
and
And then 7.
Okay, so 7's for me. I got 4 points of damage.
Which is going to make me test to strike my colors. Because I'm at 8. Oh, you know what? I could have only been shooting half my guns anyway, so take 4 points of damage off of
Okay,
that.
yeah, I haven't applied it yet, so I'll
And,
bump her down to 70.
And what, you got 6, and I only hit with 1. Let me re-roll that 1 on there, because I would have only got to shoot 1 gun because it's at half.
That
still would have hit.
Yeah, that's it. So it'd be 4 points of damage.
Or it'd still be 6.
Yeah, because you trebled it. Yeah, so that's 6 on the charger.
Yeah, I forgot I was
So
supposed to.
she goes to 14.
But I know I have to test to start my colors, so probably gonna do that. No, I'm
She
good.
passes.
I'm good. So now I get to finish out my movement here.
And then I want to fire as she bears with the paladin off her bow chaser. Might as well do it, baby.
You're so that's actually gonna be a -1 for shooting that gun position as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably going to be criticals.
Which is like the first time we've ever done that. So
Well, are you within 3 inches? So
yeah, I'm definitely within
Okay.
So
6 for drilled.
6 for drilled.
So let's go ahead and take away 2 for being inexperienced. And then add 2 for point blank. Back to 6.
And then -1 for me being a small ship.
Yep.
And then -1 for you.
-2 for full sails.
Who's full?
I was full sails.
Oh, you were? Oh, it's gonna be criticals then.
Yeah,
Because
so-
then you add another -2 and then another -1.
And the paladin has 1 heavy on the front. So, critical. Not good enough. Okay.
Okay.
Might as well.
I mean, yeah, no point not to, honestly. Okay, so it's done.
And honestly, if there was something back here, I'd shoot with my stern gun.
So then at that point, I think we determined it's that thing.
She's already activated.
moved,
Yeah.
So then it would have been.
And then then it's the disdain,
Disdain,
and then the constitution. So this one's going to be tricky because we're about to have a collision test. No, we took that last turn.
Yeah, I think.
No, we didn't.
No, but I think you can miss because it's just my bow. Like you could honestly probably almost sail under that. As long as you don't injure movement there.
Yeah,
Although you're gonna be sailing right in between those 2 ships that are forming a closing gate there. I'm gonna go ahead and fire she bears.
Might as well.
So.
The disdain is at battle sails.
Okay, so 8, 10,
9.
9, 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's all your heavy. That's your
And
side. That's your
yeah,
broadside.
that's all my guns. Which it's got what 3? heavies?
Constitution is 3 heavies, 3 lights, and a carronade. So
this might be pretty bad.
you're gonna sink her.
How many ship points does it have left?
She's untouched.
Oh, okay.
That's killed her. There's no way.
So everything. So we're doubling it. So 4, 8, 12, 6, or 14, 16.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
it. She's out.
6. Yeah, 22 points of damage. Bam.
Well, that avoids we don't have to write the collision test now.
Nope.
So then that turns into the Constitution. The Constitution activates, and then looks like the Constellation. No, she already activated.
No, that was just me firing she bears.
I'm trying to think though, because
No, she definitely has not activated because this turn it actually did kind of line up. We've just been going. I would have put a token.
yeah, I'm trying to figure it out because I felt like she had, but I think you're right.
I think you're just living in last turn, which I had done the turn before,
Yeah.
so I don't blame you.
So yeah, this will probably be the end of the game right here, because I don't think she can survive. Because you're going to start and rake her, and that's game.
But we decided that you've got impressed sailors of mine on there, so I don't know that I want to sink it.
Well, either way, I mean, you finish 1 point of move, and then she's going to pass the skill check and grapple it.
Potentially. How many ship points does it have left?
18. But I mean, 1 round of boarding actions with a veteran crew versus the inexperienced or the regular.
Gun, which I believe is a heavy.
Well, I think you got to move first. So you can move.
Fire she bears.
Yeah, so you can move and then fire as she bears, and then.
Yeah, it is a heavy, so I'm gonna fire she bears with my front.
Yeah, so. So you got to move at least an inch, which would put you in point blank range, and then you're going to be able to fire the heavy with that yellow arc.
So 8, 10,
Yeah, that's
8, 8, right?
Yeah, I think so. Just missed it. So you kind of have to go ahead and try to grapple her now.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna finish my move out.
So yeah, I moved you 1 inch. So you got about 4 more. You can do an approximation
I
there.
just missed, actually. Yeah. Whoops. Well, if I wouldn't have bumped it. Actually, just missed it, so I'm just gonna say that's well.
So yeah, if you don't grapple, you would be taking an entanglement test
I
anyway.
want to shoot it though? Because I'm risking sinking it at that point.
Oh yeah, you stern rake her, she's toast. I mean, like, you just wiped out a completely new ship. 20 points. You wiped it out with a broadside at point blank. This is a stern rake. You're going to treble everything you do. If you shoot those guns, the success is going down with your men on it.
And we said in the scenario that there's impressed sailors on there.
Yeah, that's got the men
I
from
gotta, I gotta take the test, man. I can't shoot
4
her
up.
like
She
that.
hasn't failed a skill check since the very first one, and she still continues to pass them. So
Okay.
she grapples the ship, and then we have to do a boarding action.
And that one was still at battle sails, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she can't go above battle cells now. So now they're there together, and we will come back with our dice for our boarding action.
So I'm the one that initiated the grapple, and so it goes from 6s because I'm veterans. Then I have 7s because
The initial boarding action.
yeah. 7
And you get 5 dice.
Yep.
And I got 2 dice because we are 18 chip points.
Ooh.
And I get 1, so...
2, and I'm using red dice just to show that everyone. So 2, 4, 6, 10.
Yeah, you sunk her.
14.
Well,
So-
no, you didn't, because she had 18. She's got 4 ship points left.
Well, she got to test the strike.
Yeah, and I did 2 to you. So
So on so I would take a.
yeah, you take your skill test to see if you half that. No, that's only on shooting attacks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So we take a skill test on her needing a 5, or we strike our colors. That's out of the box. That's a 4. I've got an admiralty reroll. I'm going to use it.
Would that shoot? Because it's just for the scenario.
Well, it's still irregular. You're right.
Yeah.
So that's game. You stopped her. You got your first win, and it was fairly costly to both of us, I think. We'll come back here momentarily with a recap and give our MVPs and talk about where we plan on going in the next scenario.
Okay, so we're back with the after-action report.
First off, I hope that we did you proud and that we got a lot of the things right this time. As always, if we got some things wrong, point them out. Hopefully they're very minor this time, if anything.
Yeah. So it was pretty exciting.
Yeah,
my first win.
Yeah. You can come to the big boy table now.
Well, I'm at the big boy table. I got a ship of your. We basically traded fifth rates finally.
Yes, but I have to say, based upon previous, I think you still won the deal on that one because the Guardian has very easily outperformed the Incognito in these games.
Yeah, but I don't think I won the deal this game because although I got a victory, which
No,
I needed.
You won the trade off.
No, I understand that. Although I needed this victory, and it feels good, and it puts me in a place where I can maybe bounce back a little. I lost the president, which hurts.
Yeah, I mean, at least you didn't have to sink it. You didn't have to sink your own ship.
That's fair. That's fair. The difference, I think, being is though you haven't even brought the big guns in yet, and I've already thrown all my chips on the table in terms of what I can. But speaking of that, MVP is Constitution easily.
Yeah.
Tank shots, captured the objective, sunk a ship. I mean, honestly, it literally could not have done any more than what I asked for it. So,
Indefatigable. Absolutely. I mean,
dude, what a beast!
Initial broadside, she absolutely obliterated the president, and then she pulled a stern rake on one of those. Her last activation. Mm-hmm. She stern raked was it the Congress, and took her down to 19 hull points on one round of shooting. So easily, the Indefatigable is my MVP. As for points, we gained 500 after this game.
Yep, this last game we're doing that.
That put me to, I think that bumped me to 655, and I spent a bunch of it to repair all my ships. Brought the Charger back to full strength, the Incognito to full strength. We're going to try her again. The Indefatigable was untouched. The Paladin needed a little small repairs, and I'm going to go ahead and drop a big chunk. I'm spending 450 points now to bring in a first rate. We're done messing around with these upstarts. It's not the big one. It's the Royal Sovereign. The good news is it's a named ship. It's not famous. So if it goes down, I mean, it's just another first rate in another game if need be. That left me at 163, by the way.
Yeah, I just repaired some stuff. Basically everything's back up to full, and I might bring in another fifth rate or something at the end of this one, but I kind of need to sit on the points I have while I have an advantage and not press that to a point where it might get reversed again, because I think it's salvageable where we stand, but it's still not looking good for me because it's just the way the game is, because I mean your fleet is just superior to mine.
Well, yeah, in numbers and then typically with the size of ships.
Yeah, so, and just special ship, just rules. I mean, it's just, at the end of the day, I shouldn't win.
Yeah.
But I could.
And right now, just total cost of the ships in play is $12.20 for me and $9.90 for John. We'll take that into consideration before the next game to make sure that if there's any kind of bonuses that he gets at the end of these next few games. And I don't think it comes into play next game. I think it's every other game after 4. So, like, maybe, and I could be wrong, so don't quote me, maybe after the 6th game, depending on our point totals and how different we are, you may get an extra buff to how many points you get.
We'll see. But we hope you all enjoyed it. I certainly did.
Absolutely.
Had fun. It's always fun. It's always a good time. I hope we got the rules a little bit better.
But yes, absolutely. If we got it wrong, even if it's something small like you didn't finish a move on this ship, we'll discuss it with you in the comments if we did get something wrong. We're always room to learn.
Like always. If you're not subscribed, if you're watching this video and you do enjoy our content, I mean, I hate to be that guy, but please do that because it helps us out and it gives us
incentive
and the ability to maybe hopefully in the future, turn this into something bigger and keep doing it. And for the guys of you that are subscribed, share it around. We really do appreciate it, and I will agree with you, Erwin. I think we are one of the maybe not better channels for Black Seas, but just we're doing stuff. That's part of the reason we started the channel was because we
doing something nobody else does that we wanted to see.
Yeah, we wanted to see a Black Seas campaign. We wanted to see Black Seas content that wasn't just like the first 3 scenarios, and then we couldn't find it. We're like, well, we have cameras. So. Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And take it easy out there.